What's up everyone, it is HPW Pics here, and today I'm coming at you with a room tour. Now I did one of these a couple of years ago, in 2023 it was. The room's changed since then, it's a different room, so let's give you a tour of it. So first things first, I do just want to mention, I have not cleaned it up at all. I think that would be a little fake, I guess, to change something about the room before I do the room tour, so you guys are going to get the authentic experience of what it's like filming in the room that I film in, I guess. Through this door is the HPW arena. Are you folks ready? Ta-da! So the arena is actually in the music room of my house. I'm a musician, and I did record an album in here. It's not that good. That half explains the mess. The other reason for the mess is I filmed my school media project in here, which I can't share on YouTube, but I had so much fun filming it. Anyways, starting from where you first walk in, here is one of the boxes of my random figure parts. So this entire messy little tower of stuff is mostly customs and like custom pieces. Things that I use to make customs. I would use these to like sculpt stuff. I don't really do much sculpting anymore. But, yeah, there's just a whole bunch of fodder in here. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's some Kofi Kingston arms, a severed torso of somebody, the legs from the all-out 2022 CM Punk custom that I made, the torso from the Walmart exclusive CM Punk back in the day. And here as well, you've got a Kofi Kingston legs, a singular Logan Paul leg, another big bag of fodder stuff within it. There's not that much interesting stuff. You got the trusty craft knife. This comes in handy a lot of the time. When did the white paint get on it? What the hell? Mod Podge, this is great. I use this to seal stuff. A couple pots of paint here and there, and some leftover decals from a custom Cody Rhodes I made, as well as more leftovers from a Matt Riddle custom I made. There's a bit more going on in the box below it. These are the gloves that I use when I torso crack. Genuinely, if you are torso cracking, wear gloves, please. I made the mistake of not doing that, and I drove a bit of metal right into this part of my hand. Not fun! You got the Chase Elite 63 Shelton Benjamin, which I acetoned the tattoos off and took the kick pads off for some reason. Don't know why I did that. I've made a lot of questionable custom decisions in my life. A footless Buddy Murphy. More Kofi Kingston legs. Another CM Punk custom. This is the Full Gear 2021 attire. Or if you're a fan of the Fed, the Royal Rampage attire. This is the base that I'm going to be using for a Seth Rollins custom that I'm gonna make soon. And this is the Seth Rollins that broke. If you saw, I posted a TikTok and a YouTube short about it. The legs snapped off of this one as soon as I opened it. I was not happy. And yeah, then you've just got more random fodder parts. Paint and stuff like that. Bret Hart's head. Don't know where that came from. You got a freaking DC figure stand. Don't know what that's from. Diving deeper into the next box, we've got mostly just like paint and more spare parts here. There's the other Logan Paul leg. This is actually the torso. So I was gonna make, I believe it was the 2023 Money in the Bank attire for Logan Paul. Never finished it. Speaking of customs I never finished, I began on this WrestleMania 39 Rey Mysterio, which they made into the Ultimate. I really like how it was going, but for whatever reason, I just never picked it up again, and I don't know if I will. If you guys would like to see me finish this, then I guess drop it in the comments below. A handless and headless ringside exclusive Bray Wyatt, and yet again, more just random bits of paint and things like that. You got a micro set. This is the stuff I use to put decals on. Helps a ton. I used to just use like water, which didn't really work, but this micro set, you get micro sole along with it, works a charm. And some old signs from when I used to have signs in the crowd. And don't worry, I will be bringing back signs at WrestleMania. And now, the final box. Probably the most interesting one. So, it's more just fodder stuff, but there's, like, interesting fodder stuff, you know? Adam Cole head scan. Crotchless, legless AJ Styles. I don't even know what the hell this is supposed to be. The old custom Johnny Knoxville that I made before his Mattel figure came out. I was really proud of this, but I did destroy a Bryan Danielson to make this, and I kind of regret that. Here's the head of a fantasy Stay Puft Marshmallow Man Finn Balor that I tried making 4 years ago. It was a long time ago, but considering I had never painted a head scan before this, it could have been a lot worse. I know it's not great, but like, you know, cut me some slack. Okay, so there was, in fact, a Jey Uso tattoo, MJF trunk designs, and also his tattoos, more trunk designs there, and KSI's tattoos. Absolutely horrible attempt at painting a Kevin Owens head scan. Over here next to that abomination is another abomination, just less messy and less stuff. So over here is the acetone that I use. I use this to take off paint whenever I'm making a custom. It works a charm. And then over here you've got a random Roman Reigns. Another random Roman Reigns. This is the one that I have been filming with for the past 3 years, I believe. The old fishing line that I used to use to hold up the figures when I'm doing like mid-air moves. And then a base for a custom that I'm keeping a secret. And then a bunch more just random stuff. My Ricky Starks custom elite that I made out of spare parts. I like that. And then over here is where I film all my backstage segments. So here is the gorilla position. And then behind it is the backstage cutout. I use all these from Wrestlistic. You pay like $4 and you get sent PDF files and you can print them out yourself. Real simple to print, real easy to make, and they look great too. And then under the table, you've got a whole lot more mess. So I'll take you through it all. In this box is a whole bunch of random stuff. This is the rotating base that I use to make figure reviews. These like LED board things from Temu that I was gonna use on that stage, but it didn't really work out. Venturing further into the underground, we have the Lucha Lowrider. I never reviewed this, but it's a really cool playset. I think it's awesome with like the suspension and the fact that you can, you know, pop the trunk and stuff and all that good jazz. This is where I keep all my plugs for the stuff that I have plugged in whenever I film. Probably the most well-organized cable management I have ever done. Over here is one of the rings from the basic War Games playset. Over here, you got the fishing line that I now use for mid-air spots. Like half disassembled Figures Toy Company cage that I think is slowly becoming more and more deformed. This thing that I used on the stage for going under, it was like the canopy thing. In this box, there is some random scaffolding, a couple customs, the old Kevin Owens that I used to use on every show, random basic that I use for like backstage interviews, and here's the custom KSI that I mentioned a couple minutes ago. This thing right here may just look like a little wooden plank, but it's actually what I use to mount the like lighting rig and keep the crowd pop-ups together for going under. This was real cool. Over here, we have the basic Elimination Chamber playset. I'm waiting for the right day to use this. I want to use it. I really want to make an Elimination Chamber match. I just don't know when or like what show to put it on. Here's an idea that I had that I don't know if you guys, what you guys think of it. Would you guys be opposed to me just having a random Supreme Championship Elimination Chamber on an episode of Payback? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Next to that, you got the Wrecking semi-truck. And on top of it, you got some more backstage cutouts. Wrecking forklift over here. The other War Games basic ring. What is that? I have no idea. More cages. Wrecking ambulance. And then an elite box that I taped up. Which used to sit John McJohnface on. Moving over now to the storage unit. This is probably the most similar to the last room tour, but I'm going to take you through it anyways. So in this bottom drawer, you have a bunch of random AEW, WWE figures. I'm just trying to cram as many as I can into one little shelf here. Old-ass Chris Jericho that I got for $25. Yeah, there's just a whole bunch of random stuff in here. There's a fix-up Edge. Got the Team Angle Matt Riddle. Got the Defining Moment CM Punk. Just a whole bunch of random stuff in this here drawer. There's also this guy. I don't know what he's actually called, but I got given this figure as a birthday gift like 12 years ago. So, yeah, this guy. In the next drawer, we have all of my interchangeable hands. Also, for some reason, I keep my Ultimate Edition Finn Balor arms in here, despite the fact that I keep all of my interchangeable arms in here, alongside interchangeable head scans and things like that. Let's pull one random one out right now. Try and guess who I'm going to pull out, and if you guess it right, then you have to like the video and subscribe. I've got a head in my hand. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins. In here, we've got all the championships that I have, including the HPW Definitive Championship, the HPW World Cup Trophy, Don't have that many interesting titles in here. Just a lot of Universal Championships for some reason. Like, a lot. In fact, I'm going to count how many I have. Why the fuck do I have 11 Universal Championships? This one confuses me the most because Brock Lesnar never won this version of the title. I counted my WWE titles just for fun, and I was expecting to have more of these than I would the Universal title, but I only have 8 compared to 11 of the Universal title. Anyways, that's that little side tangent over. I probably should have specified how I've organized this drawer. So I just got little bits of cardboard and stuck them to the side of the drawer and like divvied up each section. So obviously hands, titles, heads and arms, accessories like clothes mostly in here, and then just random little stuff here. This is my handy little baggie of sunglasses. I really should have done this sooner, then I wouldn't have lost so many pairs of sunglasses. And then in here we have got all of my WWE action figure clothing and a skateboard by the looks of it. This drawer, we have all of my accessories and stuff like that. Now, this is going to sound a little bit weird, but I feel like there used to be more in here. I don't know. Whoa. Oh, this always happens. It comes off. Got all the tables, ladders, chairs, freaking violins. No, this is a double bass, I think. You got the Heartbreak Hotel. Oh, the massive poster. And yeah, just a bunch of random, like, weapons and accessories. Oh, there's the curtains from the Heartbreak Hotel. Then in this last drawer is more AEW and WWE Elites and Ultimates and Unrivaled and things like that. I really should be, like, putting these onto a shelf or something at this point, because it's getting pretty, like, overflown. I'm getting to the point where if I, like, open it, I can't open it all the way, because there'll be a leg or something caught. But yeah, loads and loads of Elites and stuff in here. This is the Shop AEW MJF. Elite 117 Rhea Ripley. Oh, bro! I did not mean for that to happen, but I guess you're going to get a better look at all the figures in here. Might as well show off a couple more before I put it all back. This is my custom Nathan Frazier Elite. I'm really proud of this. Just wish it was a little less loose. This is probably one of the most used figures on my channel, the Kofi Kingston, which he wore at the Royal Rampage, going under, and like every wreckage and payback in between that. Walmart exclusive Kenny Omega. I got this when I was in Vegas for WrestleMania. Same thing for this Walmart exclusive Supreme Mox. I got this in Philadelphia, actually. The Ultimate AJ Styles that I got for $12 at the Mattel headquarters. Now, for any of you who remember the Figgy Bros podcast, you will remember I used to never shut my ass up about this AJ Styles. This Ilya Dragunov Elite is one of my favorite figures of all time, man. It's just so nice to film with. Yeah, now I gotta clean all this mess up. And we're back. Alright. Oh, close. There we go. Alright. So, moving on from the storage unit, above it we have referee Bob Backlund. This guy's been going strong since, I think the second, maybe even the first episode of Payback. Here's the fake blood I use. All of my microphones. This right here is what I use to light the arena. It's a random light from Temu, I think. The stand broke like the first day that I got it. So ever since then, I've been standing it on a Tupperware box. Here is the other light that I use. I don't love this one. It's not actually meant for making YouTube videos or anything like that. It's meant for construction. So it kind of messes up the lighting in the arena here. But you know what? Until I can get a new one, it's gonna have to do. And of course, the piece de la resistance, the arena itself. So, starting at the stage, got 2 War Games cage side things. We've got a big monitor that I used to use on my computer, but it's just become like a permanent fixture of the arena now. And we've got the 3D printed Wrestleistic barricade pieces, which took so long to 3D print and were a bit of a hassle, but they look great. They really add to the effect of it. You got everybody in the crowd here. Let me know if you spot anybody funny looking in the crowd, because there are a couple interesting ones in the crowd. I used the Ringside Collectibles barricade playset that came out a couple years ago. Also, the ringside floor mat. Doesn't really make a difference. It just sort of covers up the gap in between the table, because this is on 2 tables right here, and they end right about here. Right here. This is where this table ends and this table begins. so there's a gap in between the tables, but you can't see it because it's covered up. Over here, I've got one set of ringside collectibles steel steps, and then the other set is what came with the ring. And then over here, we've got the ring canvas and apron, which were custom made by my nana, which is just freaking awesome. And they sit on top of the Figures Toy Company ring, which has served me great compared to the basic rings that I used to use in the arena back in the old days of the Fed. By the way, right now I'm filming Backstage episode 11. It's going great. I'm making it full matches for the entire show because I want to make it a bit more like quality for you guys, so I apologize for the long wait, but it is coming and it is a very good show. I've just got this match and then the main event to do, and then it's done. Over here we've got the ringside commentary table and old mate John McJohnface out on the job doing the hard yards. And then behind the crowd we have another Wrestlistic special. We've got the Wrestlistic crowd pop-up printout. This right here, I was going to use to put the WrestleMania sign on, but it never ended up happening, and these have sort of just sat here ever since. But nobody has ever mentioned it, so I don't think they're noticeable. So that's going to do it for the room tour. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think of the room, what you think I could improve on. That would actually be really helpful. So if you think there's anything I can improve on, please do not hesitate to let me know because I'm all ears. I'll listen. Thank you for 2,000 subscribers, by the way. I forgot to mention that completely. I hit it the other day, and I'm still kind of in disbelief at the fact that it's happened. 1,000 subscribers took me 5 years, maybe, and 2,000 has taken me not even half that. It's taken me less than half of how long it took me to get to 1,000. So I am eternally grateful. You guys genuinely allow me to do what I love. It's awesome. I hope the stuff that I make is what you guys want. Like, I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff that I make. But yeah, man, just eternally grateful for you guys. Every single one of you, whether you've watched one video, every video, you've been here since the beginning, this is your first video, doesn't matter. I appreciate you. But anyways, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. And I will see you when I see you.